Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Flagstaff County podcast. My name is Cary Castagna, Communications Coordinator for Flagstaff County, and I am joined today for our last episode of 2022 by Flagstaff County Reeve, Reeve Kroetch. Welcome, Don.
Yeah. Hi, Cary. Thanks for having me.
You're listening to the official podcast of Flagstaff County. So, Don, when I invited you to join me here today, I was envisioning sort of a State of the County address, podcast style. I'd like to take a look back at 2022, the year that was, and let's take a little bit of time to gaze longingly in the rearview mirror at the accomplishments and challenges faced by Flagstaff County government, our residents, businesses, and regional and community partners during the past 12 months. And then I thought I could get you to peer into your crystal ball, look ahead to 2023, and offer a small glimpse into what Council will be working on and where the focus will lie for the brand spanking new year ahead of us. So, Don, what comes to mind when you look back at 2022?
Okay, looking back on 2022, we've experienced many changes, and one of the most exciting ones, we've welcomed two new faces to Council. We've welcomed Larry Hiller and Matt Ponto to Council. When they first come on, they were able to bring a new perspective to our strategic plan, giving us a new vision for our term, our 4-year term. There's been lots of changes in staffing. Some of our colleagues have moved on to different challenges, and we wish them the best. But just as exciting, we've welcomed some new team members to Flagstaff County, and they will bring a new perspective, a new set of eyes, and they'll fit in perfectly with our Team Flagstaff approach.
Yeah, lots of change in 2022. Speaking of change, the Flagstaff Regional Emergency Services Society officially took over fire services in the Flagstaff region on January 1st, 2022.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an exciting thing for our region. We're taking a regional approach to emergency services. We were looking for a sustainable, affordable, efficient, and effective fire services. So we started this process about 4 years ago, and as a working group, we hammered out a couple of documents to help guide the FRES group moving forward. The first one is a legal document, the master plan. So the master plan kind of holds together the way that it's funded, the governance model, how the budget is set every year. So that's the legal document, and that's the foundation of it. The second document is the business plan. That kind of sets out the step-by-step process, how we're going to achieve regional fire services in the region. They'll have dates where certain things have to be done, and it's staggered. So in 5 years, we will have a very effective and efficient fire services. I know change is hard. Changing from 10 fire departments throughout the county to one regional fire services is going to be hard, and change is hard, but this change is positive for the region. It will ensure that we'll have a sustainable fire services for a very long time. If we continue to think regionally and what's best for the entire region, it'll be a great thing for Flagstaff County.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there was more change in 2022. Don, please talk about the work Flagstaff County and our regional partners have done to tackle the big challenge facing the region and much of Alberta with the current shortage of healthcare professionals.
Yeah, absolutely. No matter where you live in Flagstaff County, you have been affected by the lack of healthcare professionals. And this was brought to our attention by a group came to Council last year or even the start of the year before, and they were concerned about the closure of Galahad long-term care. And as Council, we thought we got to do something. So we went proactive at it, and we reached out to RPAP, which is the Regional Healthcare Professional Attraction Program, which is designed to ensure that there's healthcare workers in rural Alberta. So we reached out to them, got some guidance from them, and then we can't do this alone. We got to reach out to our regional partners. Our regional partners are other elected officials, members from AHS and Covenant Health, community members at large. And so we reached out to them, and we formed a committee called FLARE, the Flagstaff Healthcare Attraction and Retention Committee. And our sole purpose to ensure that our facilities within the Flagstaff region have the ability to stay open. Part-time or full-time closures really are a detriment to our community. So in early December, we came together as a group, was our inaugural meeting. And we've come out with some action plans that will help ensure that we can attract and retain some of the healthcare professionals in our region. Some of the ones that have been passed that we're going to try to start in 2023 is appreciation baskets. This is part of the retention of our healthcare professionals. When there's a special event, or if it's radiology or one of the departments, we'll send out a basket to that facility saying, hey, you're important to our region. We appreciate your work, and we appreciate you guys being here. And that's an ongoing thing. Another one would be the sign campaign. Obviously, there's a Healthcare Professional Week. So we're going to really go out throughout the county using a lot of the existing infrastructure we have, like signs, electronic signs, and billboards. And for that week, we're going to say, hey, thank you to the healthcare professionals in our region. Thank you for your dedication, your time, because without the healthcare professionals, it really detracts on the rural advantage. That kind of leads into celebrating Rural Healthcare Week. It's an opportunity for the community as a whole to celebrate and appreciate the work they do. We're thinking of maybe having some breakfasts or maybe possible barbecue at the different facilities and say, hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for spending the time. Thanks for them overtime shifts, working nights, and all that work you do for us. Another exciting one is kind of a Let's Go Rural campaign. This is a campaign that RPAP puts out. This is when RPAP and ourselves, we go into the schools within our region and say, hey, have you guys ever thought of a career in healthcare? And just kind of introduce them to the healthcare profession. The idea of growing your own healthcare professional is a very successful program throughout the province. And we're going to start doing that, going to each school in the region and just introducing them to a profession in healthcare. Because in healthcare aid can lead into an LPN position, can turn into an RN position, can turn into a practical nurse position, can turn into a doctor. And that's growing your own, because we're sourcing out the talent we have in our region to help us with the challenge of healthcare professionals. And another one is one Flagstaff County has done in the past. That's when we reach out to some of the learning institutions in Calgary and Red Deer, and we invite a group of those kids into our region, and we show them what rural healthcare is all about. There will be a skills part of it. We'll show them some of the sites in Flagstaff County. I think last time we took them swimming in Killam, and we showed them some agricultural aspects of Flagstaff County, and just give them a perspective of what rural life could be and the advantage of living in rural. And one of the things we've learned in discussions with RPAP and stuff is the importance of community in attraction and retention. The role a community has is huge in landing a healthcare professional in a region. So we're looking out to our communities and looking for an ambassador. So when AHS or Covenant Health attracts a person to our region, we'll have that contact person to reach out to that person and show them the sites. Hardisty recently had an interest from Ontario, a nurse from Ontario come out and tour the region. So a person from Hardisty showed him the site, showed him what Hardisty had to offer, and that healthcare professional is starting in January. So that's a success story, and the role of community is huge, and just getting the community engaged in the challenge of healthcare professionals. So we're looking forward to starting that program early in the new year and carrying that on for a very long time.
All right, indeed. It's all about being proactive. And Flagstaff County has also bolstered our role of advocacy in 2022 when it comes to the agricultural sector.
Yeah, absolutely. Agriculture is the backbone of our economy, and supporting agriculture is one of the basic things we need to do. It has been a staple in our economy for over 100 years. So in our Ag Service Board, they're very active in promoting the agriculture and the challenges with them. So on our Ag Service Board, we have 3 counselors and 4 members at large. And those 4 members at large are very active in the farming community. They're very progressive. So when something comes to their attention, they bring it to the Ag Service Board, and they bring it to council to advocate on behalf. So some of the things we did in 2022, as soon as the strychnine ban came on for gophers, we sent a letter directly to the Environment Minister saying, hey, this is going to put us in a bad place because the gopher problem cannot be handled without strychnine. Right away, as soon as we heard about the 30% reduction, possible reduction in fertilizer, we sent another letter to the federal government stating that this is unacceptable for rural farmers. It'll kill our economy, put strain on our agricultural community, and it is just not good business as you're not relying on the facts. Just in November, we sent a letter to our MP, Damien Carrick, for support of the exemption of natural gas and propane from the carbon tax. That tax is just directly on the farming industry. So we're hoping that with his advocacy and our advocacy, we can get that removed from the carbon tax. Provincially, we've sent letters in support of the Rural Vet program and crop insurance for market gardens, to name a few. As always, one of the biggest challenges we face is unpaid tax in the oil and gas industry. As of December 31st, we're about $12 million in arrears. Administration has always been engaging at all levels. Any chance there's an opportunity to get in front of a minister or a bureaucrat saying, hey, this is a problem. Some of the tools the province has given municipalities aren't working for us. They may work in other jurisdictions, but they're not working for us. We're always in the mode of trying to explain the challenges we're faced with unpaid oil and gas. And we're not alone. There's quite a few municipalities that have some bad actors within the field, and they are producing oil but not paying their taxes. As elected officials, we also have that role. So recently at the RMA convention, Matt Ponto and I had the opportunity to meet new Energy Minister Pete Guthrie. Things we brought up was the unpaid taxes. Hey, and the tools that the province has given us last year, they're not working. We talked about the social challenges within Hardisty Hub service, the needs of Hardisty needing support because of the ebb and flow of workers. And we're working with our MLA, Jackie Lovely, to bring his team to Flagstaff County and show them the challenges we're facing in the oil and gas industry. Take them to Hardisty, show them the hub, and how much our region supports oil and gas industry and the gross domestic product of Alberta.
All right, Don. That kind of leads into discussion about the local economy.
Yeah, absolutely. As we stated before, investment in the oil and gas industry has been flat for quite some time. We have a very old field. And as prices increase and services increase, we need to be creative in finding a new way of income for Flagstaff County. We can't always go back to the people that are in our region, the stakeholders, the businesses, and the residents in our region. So we do have an exciting long-term project happening regarding the development of employment lands that is in a partnership with local government, the federal government, and the private sector. So this goal is to have close to 117 acres of fully serviced lots and have the flexibility to tailor to a unique business needs. Then once that's built, we have a strategy then to pair this development with aggressive investment attraction strategy regarding value-added agriculture and the clustering of business of the local supply chain. So this is a very unique opportunity here for rural remote region. We have 3 anchor tenants that are interested in coming to this project. 2 municipalities involved. We're engaging the province and the federal government for support in this project. So it's an ongoing, and it's just a way to diversify our economy, ensuring that the growth we have in the future was sustainable. Another way we support our economy is through the businesses that have already decided and have a foothold in Flagstaff County. So new job growth stats is 55% of new job growth comes from existing businesses. These are the guys that have already decided and invested in our region. 45% is through entrepreneurship. People that have an idea and they want to grow that idea, and they're already in the region, so we don't have to attract them. And 1% is through big business, attracting a large sector to our region. So our economic development team has been focused on that, and council has given them the tools to do that. In October alone, they connected with 62 businesses, just walking through each community and building authentic relationships and link them with the needs they need. Whatever that needs may be, if it's marketing or if it's some financial help, we are the connector for those businesses. We also put on workshops supporting the industry and small business in our area. Recently, we held a business succession planning session for our businesses. businesses that are ready to move on, whether the owner's retiring or they're just looking to sell their business. So at that workshop alone, we had 11 businesses come to that planning session and start the process to be ready for succession planning. Again, supporting the agriculture industry, we thought that we need to do that for our farm industry. We recently had a farm business succession program, and over 31 farms were represented. Through that farm succession planning workshop, this gives the tools to the producers to maybe start that succession planning, starting to have those conversations and find out a 3 or 4 or 5 or 10-year plan with that. Another one, social enterprises. Our social enterprises would be like our FIRST, our curling clubs, our hockey arenas, all that stuff. They need support too because they're a very important part of Flagstaff region. So we put on a workshop to support these social enterprises. So in that workshop, over 30 nonprofits were representative. So that'll just give them the tools to maybe do some long-term strategic planning, maybe ways to better serve the public and just ensure their sustainability. So these social enterprises are here for the generations to come. One of the success stories of our investment into small business is right now, I think last year we gained over 7 to 10 new businesses in Flagstaff Crafted, and now we're well over Flagstaff Crafted, supporting 100 businesses. This is little ecosystem of businesses that work together, they support each other, they learn together, and that's one of the greatest outcomes we have at Flagstaff County is this ecosystem of small business supporting each other. So when we talk about supporting small business, we wanted to look into how does Flagstaff County itself as an organization support small business in the region. One thing we did last year, we did a local procurement study. This is the products and services we source out locally within the Flagstaff region. And it found out that Flagstaff County sourced out 25.3% of the procurement for our organization, 38.3% in the region. So that's really substantial. We're really proud of that, and we want to keep growing with that. We can't talk about ECDEV without mentioning the awards they've won. Last year, we were excited to announce that Flagstaff County's Economic Development Department have won 3 more awards through the Economic Development Associations of Canada. The first one is Flagstaff County Succeeding Together Apparel. It's a program to support small business and to put pride within our region. Another one was our Fall and Winter Gift Guide. We won that award. And that award is really cool because the making of that Flagstaff Crafted Gift Guide is locally done. We do that with in-house. And that speaks to the talent that we have at Flagstaff County. To win national awards with the talent we have in-house in Flagstaff County is awesome. And the last award is for our Flagstaff Grows campaign, just giving the awareness of the agriculture industry within our region.
All right, Don, in 2022, Flagstaff County also started the process of reviewing our land use bylaw, also known as the LUB.
Yeah, absolutely. Our land use bylaw is kind of basically our instruction manual for lands used in Flagstaff County. The last time we reviewed was in 2018, so it was due for review. Administration has recommended changes to better address how certain land uses are regulated. We also use this opportunity to ensure that our land use bylaw is consistent with provincial and federal legislation. Some of the changes include a new and revised definition section because terminology is key in land use. A new thing that came down the pipe is cannabis retail, so we had to add that into our land use bylaw. And seasonal cottages were not identified in the old land use bylaw, and they are now. One of the exciting things that is in there now is an enforcement portion to ensure consistency with our new unsightly premise bylaw. And the review of the land use bylaw includes input from the public. It is crucial to have a land use bylaw that it reflects the needs of the public. We held an open house in November to gain feedback. We will review the input we've had from that public house, and we will also have a public hearing before council in the fall. So this is an opportunity to the public to come to council and bring new ideas or bring their concerns about the land use bylaw. So I encourage people to go on the website, review it, and if you have any concerns of the direction we're going, bring that to council, and we can review that and make changes if necessary.
And Don, in 2022 on September 30th, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, the provincial government made an exciting announcement regarding a sacred and well-known meteorite that landed in this region many, many years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the most exciting things for me, hearing the announcement that the Manitou Stone is coming home to our region. The history of Indigenous peoples within the region is huge. We have the Bison Pound in Hardisty, artifacts found there that was over 7,000 years ago. Our name is Flagstaff County, actually it's connected to Flagging Hand Hill, which was an Indigenous name for a hill where a peace treaty between the Cree and Blackfoot was signed. There's still artifacts within the region still being found. There's stories of arrowheads being found, teepee rings throughout the entire region, which is really cool because those are artifacts that we're finding today from centuries ago. So our region has traditionally been home to many First Nations whose footsteps have marked our region for centuries, and we see that every day. We have reached out to our Minister of Culture, Jason Luan, to offer assistance in any way to help facilitate the returning of the Manitou Stone to its original resting place. In a small way, it's kind of our way, it's our path to reconciliation. I'm not sure what role we have to play there, but we're reaching out and ensuring that we can be part of that, the returning of the Manitou Stone.
All right, now let's turn our attention to the upcoming year. Don, can you provide us a little bit of a glimpse into what's on tap for 2023?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last 3 years have been very challenging. We haven't had the opportunity to meet with our municipal neighbors very often. There's been some changes to the election. So looking for 2023, one of the new initiatives Flagstaff County is going to start is to have a mayors and Reeves meeting. This will be an informal gathering with no agenda, where there's a chance to reconnect with our municipal neighbors. It's an opportunity to discuss some of the challenge each municipality is facing and some of the success stories. It may be an opportunity for some of us municipalities to work together, collaboration, to find solutions to some of the challenges we face throughout the region. And understanding that as a whole, we're a lot stronger together when we work together through strong collaboration and communication than we are as 8 or 9 separate municipalities. So that's one I'm really looking forward to find some common ground and work together collaboratively in 2023.
All right, and is there anything else you're looking forward to in the year ahead?
Yeah, every year brings new challenges, and challenges can be tough or they can be very rewarding. And as challenges come down the pipe throughout 23, I don't have a crystal ball. We look forward to those challenges and be proactive to them. Reach out to our neighbors, work with the provincial and federal government, work with our municipalities within the region, work with our counties around us to face those challenges head on and make a difference and really ensure that the quality of life in rural Alberta is always there, not only for us now, but for generations to come.
All right, well, thank you, Don. I'd just like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I guess we'll see you at our first council meeting of the new year on January 11th.
Thanks, Cary, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you. All the best.
Hey!